Hi, welcome to Dinner Talks Money. Today we're going to be talking about how to get back on track after falling off selling digital products. How to get back on track as a digital product seller. These are going to be practical tips for reclaiming that momentum. My name is Adina. I am a seven-figure contentpreneur, full-time and software developer. And over the years, I've built several digital businesses using a content-driven business model, specifically written content, and I'm teaching you how to build profitable, sustainable digital product businesses without selling your soul and without burnout as well. So let's get to this, how to get back on track as a digital product seller. Today you're going to learn some practical tips, actionable tips for selling, for reclaiming your momentum after you've fallen off. So selling digital products, whether ebooks, courses, templates, or software, can be incredibly rewarding, but it's also easy to lose that momentum. Whether you've been struggling with low sales, creative burnout, or simply a lack of strategy, the good news is that you can regain control and get back on track. So here's a step-by-step guide with actionable tips to help you rebuild momentum as a digital product seller. Number one is to audit your current situation. Before making any changes, take a clear, honest look at where you stand. Ask yourself which products are selling and which aren't. What feedback have customers given, positive or negative? Where is most of my traffic coming from? And what marketing channels have been effective or wasted time? This is really important. Where is most of your traffic coming from? Because sometimes you can burn yourself out trying to be on every single platform and you realize that your audience is in specific places. And so it's important to really take a look at your analytics and see what's going on. Especially if you've been producing content for a certain period of time, or if you've been doing paid ads for a certain period of time on different platforms, really look and take a deep dive and look and check and see where your traffic is really coming from. And then you want to double down on those efforts, because sometimes, because of the fact that you're on all the different platforms and you can sometimes get burned out and then just stop for a period of time because of that. But if you're getting burned out because you're on all the different platforms, what you want to do is focus on the platforms that are producing the results. Focus on the platforms that are moving the needle in your business. So here's an actionable tip. Create a simple spreadsheet listing each product, its sales, revenue, traffic sources, and customer feedback. Highlight the best performing products to focus on and identify underperforming ones for either improvement or retirement. I know this sounds like a long process, but you know what? It's really important and it's really, really rewarding once you've done it and once you see where you need to double down on, and once you've got that information, you've got that data. Trust me, you're going to feel more relaxed. There's going to be more clarity, and you know where to focus. Number two is reconnect with your audience. Digital products thrive on understanding your audience's needs. If engagement has dropped, it's time to reconnect. These are some actionable steps that you can take. Send a short survey to your email list asking what challenges they currently face. Engage on social media or community forums where your target audience hangs out. Review comments, reviews, and messages for recurring questions or complaints. Why does this matter? Understanding what your audience wants helps you create relevant products and marketing messages, making it easier to boost sales. You see, I did a free mastermind about a year ago, and this free mastermind was I invited people in my email list to come and have a chat with me over Zoom. It was completely free. And I asked them questions. There was about 40 people in the mastermind, and most people came and said that they are struggling with making sales on Gumroad and Payhip specifically, and they wanted some more information as to how they can increase their sales without like being overwhelmed and stressed. And that's the reason why I created my Gumroad blueprint. Anyway, number three is refresh your product offerings. If some products have been selling, it's time to optimize or refresh them. So here's some actionable strategies. Update content, add new resources, examples, or visuals to make the products more valuable. Repackage products. Turn a standalone ebook into a bundle or create a course from a collection of guides. Price adjustments. Experiment with discounts, tiered pricing, or subscription models to make products more attractive. Now, and here's a tip. Start with your top three products that already perform well and make small improvements, and they'll have the biggest immediate impact. I recommend when you're really starting out as a beginner with digital products, and even when you're a seasoned digital product, is you want to have one pillar product that you really heavily promote and put out there. And I'm not someone who says that you should only have one product. I think it's quite okay to have two or three or four or five or even six, but you need to have one pillar product that is your most um, sort of popular product and the product that your audience needs. You don't need to have a billion products, but you want to have like one main product that you're selling. And then if you want to add more later on down the line, great. Like that's what I've done. Reignite marketing efforts is number 4. Even the best digital products won't sell if people don't know about them. So here are some actionable marketing ideas. Email marketing. Craft a short, value-packed email series highlighting product benefits and solving specific problems. Social media. Share snippets, tutorials, or user-generated content to attract attention. Collaborations. Partner with influencers, affiliates, or other creators in your niche. Content marketing. Write blog posts, guides, or videos that tie into your product to drive organic traffic. Focus on 1 to 2 marketing channels and do them consistently rather than spreading yourself too thin. I've said focus on 1 to 2. I'm going to say 2 is good, and I think 3 is also fine because you don't want to make the mistake of you don't want to make the mistake of putting all your eggs into one basket, and then that platform just for some reason changes the rules and the algorithm and all of that, and you're in a mess. So you really, really want to experiment, especially when you're a newbie. You want to experiment with different platforms. You don't want to listen to just one person that says, just do this one platform and that's it. You can experiment with a couple of platforms and see how it goes. And then as time goes on, you can tweak and change. But the goal for each platform that you are on is to get people to sign up to your newsletter. So the next thing is to set a realistic, actionable schedule. Getting back on track requires structure. Without a plan, momentum is hard to maintain. So here are some actionable steps. Set weekly goals, for example, update one product, send one email campaign, or publish 2 social media posts. Use a calendar or task manager to block time for creation, marketing, and engagement. Track progress. Weekly reviews help you see what's working and what isn't. Break big projects into smaller or manageable tasks to avoid overwhelm and ensure consistent progress. This is really important, setting yourself some kind of plan. Seek feedback and iterate quickly. Digital product selling is dynamic. Trends, customer needs, and marketing strategies evolve. Don't wait for perfection. Here are some actionable steps. Offer early access or beta versions to get real user feedback. Collect testimonials and reviews to enhance credibility. Regular review metrics, sales numbers, conversion rates, and engagement statistics. Tip: small continuous improvements often yield better results than waiting for a massive relaunch. And finally, invest in learning and tools. Sometimes stagnation comes from outdated methods or lack of knowledge. So here are some actionable ideas. Take a short course or on marketing, sales funnels, or product creation. Explore tools that save time, email automation, social media scheduling, or analytics platforms. Learn from competitors, see what works for others in your niche, and adapt. Here's where I can come in for you. I have a coaching system that allows you to start earning 20K a month in 20 hours a week. I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight, but it will happen if you listen to what I have to say. We have it's a coaching call. Then once you've done the coaching call, I create a video for you that breaks down everything I've spoken about in the coaching call and a PDF document with all the information that you're required to do. And you have to do exactly as I say and stick to it diligently, and don't expect it to happen in a week. But you can spend 20 hours a week and make $20,000 a month. It is very, very possible. Okay. So here are some final thoughts. Getting back on track as a digital product seller is about clarity, connection, and consistency. Audit your products, reconnect with your audience, refresh offerings, reignite marketing, set a structured schedule, and seek feedback and invest in learning. Momentum doesn't return overnight, but with small, consistent steps, you can reclaim growth, boost sales, and feel confident in your digital product business again. Okay, like I talked about with the coaching, I have a link in the description for this coaching. You can book a call with me, and so we can get you started. I don't waste time when it comes to this stuff. We just get straight onto it. It's no BS. And the goal is to really start getting you making that 20K a month if you are ready to go all in. Thank you so much and take care.